All right, hello, welcome to Heal and Ascend Tarot. So today is going to be a twin flames reading. So let's take a look at what is going on with the divine masculine and the divine feminine. If you guys want to book something personal with me, all of my information is down below. All right, as well as access to a free guided meditation if you're dealing with anxiety, stress, and worry. I also have a Twin Flames course that has been updated, which is down below, as well as a course for self-love, which is probably one of the most important things. I would start with the self-love course because it's sort of the foundation to build on everything else. All of that information is down below. But let's jump into it, all right? So let's see what is going on. And if you're interested in the self-love course and you've booked a personal reading with me before, you can email me directly and I'll give you a coupon code for the self-love course, okay? But you have to email me at my Heal and Ascend Tarot account, okay? And those of you who booked a reading with me will know what that is. Okay, so let's take a look and see what is going on here. So we'll start off with the divine masculine. What's going on with the divine masculine at this time? All right, so we have devotion. What is going on with the divine masculine at this time? We have observer. Keep in mind this is general, so it might not resonate with you specifically in your divine masculine. All right, let's see. And we have guide. Notice how there's twin flame colors, orange, blue, orange, blue. Okay, so we have devotion, observer, signs, and guide. So it does look like the divine masculine is kind of in this hiding energy, you know, with the guide card and the observer. There's kind of this energy of hiding out or retreating, but also feeling the sense of, excuse me, also feeling the sense of devotion to the divine feminine, okay? And especially if the divine masculine is heavily stalking, okay? He is getting signs. He's getting synchronicities, signs. However, I do see that he is choosing to stay in hiding or choosing to stay in this sort of retreating energy. So let's take a look. So what is the divine masculine's energy towards the divine feminine? We're going to keep it kind of short today, guys, okay? What is the divine masculine's energy towards the divine feminine? Yeah, definitely stalking a lot. So then we have the observer card and the page of swords reversed. So you guys know, if you guys watch my readings, the page of swords reversed is like my stalker card. This is someone who's not only watching you, but obsessively watching you, like watching you constantly, checking in on what you're doing, very carefully observing, okay? And I think that's coming down to this devotion. The divine masculine energetically is feeling this devotion to the feminine. That's why he is keeping a very close eye on her, okay? How is the divine masculine feeling towards the divine feminine? For the general collective, what's going on here? The Nine of Cups. We have the Emperor. The Hierophant in reverse. Why is the Page of Swords reversed? Which way are we going here? Queen of Wands. Yeah, so the divine masculines are keeping a very close eye on the feminines. They're very attracted, very drawn to the feminines right now. Seeing them as the Queen of Wands, okay? Seeing the divine feminine is very confident, very attractive. Why is the Nine of Cups here? Okay, some of them, when I get the Nine of Cups and the Devil together, this could be addiction. This could be a lot of drinking, possibly a lot of drug use, but I'm seeing with the Devil coming through in reverse, this could be breaking free of this and trying to find some sort of fulfillment without this devil energy, without whatever this is, okay? Because the devil reverse is like breaking out of toxic energies and then finding that actual fulfillment with the Nine of Cups. So I think they're kind of in the process of that. There might still be like kind of lingering addictions for the divine masculines. Why is the Emperor here? The Knight of Pentacles. Okay, moving very slowly towards the divine feminines right now. I'm getting that there are a lot of control issues. I'm also still getting a lack of commitment. Why is the Hierophant in reverse? Yeah, if the masculines are in this energy, what's the bottom of the deck? The Two of Wands. Okay, so there's kind of this waiting energy. with the Divine Masculines right now, there's not a lot of movement, which we're kind of seeing at the top here. There's this obsessive watching that the Divine Masculines are doing, but I'm seeing that they're kind of retreating into their own right now. They're staying within their own comfort zone. I am still getting kind of some control issues or just some stubbornness, which could be slowing down the Masculines, or they're feeling, if you guys feel like the Divine Masculine is moving very slowly or there's a lack of movement, this has to do with kind of a stubborn nature. And then I am still getting that there is a lack of commitment right now, which I feel like is kind of mirroring the lack of commitment that the Divine Masculines have to themselves, especially if they're still coming out of some sort of toxic energy. I'm not sure what this is for you guys. This could be different for everyone. But when I get the Nine of Cups with the Devil, to me that's like an addiction in some form, shape, or form. Okay. So the Two of Wands, kind of just waiting. They're in this planning stage, or they haven't really made a full decision here. I'm just seeing a lot of spying, a lot of watching. Let's see what their messages are. Alright, what are their messages? What is the Divine Masculine's message to the Divine Feminine Spirit? I know I hurt you, I never intended to. What if you don't accept me for who I really am? I've never felt a love like this before. I keep a close eye on your social media. Okay, so like I said, you guys have stalkers, so keep in mind, if you are not in communication with your Divine Masculine, they are watching you like a hawk right now. Okay, we have the Observer card, the Page of Swords, and to keep a very close eye on your social media, so we get that, Divine Masculine. So we have here, I know I hurt you, I never intended to. So I feel like they're doing some sort of self-reflection, realizing the ways in which they have harmed the Divine Feminine, and seeing that they possibly didn't intend to, like they weren't trying to hurt you, but they did through their own actions. And I think some of this could be with the addictive energy. They're still worried that you're not going to accept them for who they really are. Okay, so we'll take a look at that. We have here, I've never felt a love like this before. So they are, again, I feel like there is this kind of reflection energy, especially with the Guide card. They're reflecting on their feelings for the Divine Feminine. But let's take a look at this. What if you don't accept me for who I really am? Why is this coming out here? See, they're afraid that you're going to reject them. So that's kind of one of the deep things that they're feeling. It's like the Divine Masculine feels that if they get close to you, or if they allow you in, essentially, and you actually get to know who they really are, and you get to like really get to know them on a deeper level and see who they really are, that you're going to end up rejecting them. And for a lot of them, that's why they run. They run for that fear of, first of all, getting engulfed in sort of like the intimacy and the actual feelings. Like a lot of the Divine Masculines will run from that. But I'm seeing here that they're also in this energy of, they don't want to get rejected. They don't want to get close to you and then have you reject them. So it's kind of easier if they reject you first, essentially. Okay. Let's clarify this. I know I hurt you, I never intended to. What is this coming through as? Why is this here? Yeah, so yeah, I do feel like they want to bring justice to the situation, okay? They do want to bring balance here. I feel like karma could be playing out for this, for your Divine Masculine. Justice and the Two of Cups. So I do feel like eventually they do want to make things right. Because they're saying here that they didn't intend to hurt you, even though they did. Let's take a look at this Two of Wands. Why is the Two of Wands coming through here? I'm still seeing that they're at a crossroads about something. Yeah, there's a lot of waiting energy, guys. I'm not seeing... Okay, what I'm getting is this. The Divine Masculine, over the next little bit, is very heavily focused on the Divine Feminine. Like, keeping a very close tab, or keeping a very close eye on her. However, I'm not seeing movement. I'm kind of just seeing an observing energy from afar. Okay, so let's see why this is. Yeah, so eventually, I feel like the Divine Masculine is trying to figure out how to establish balance, like how to restore balance into the connection. And they're not sure. We also have destruction here. So I do feel like there's something in the Divine Masculine's life that has to kind of come apart, or the Divine Masculine could be going through some sort of destruction. Let's clarify this. Why is destruction here? The Five of Pentacles. Queen of Swords in reverse. For a lot of you guys, the Divine Masculine's world is kind of being torn up right now, especially if they're feeling out in the cold with you. Five of Pentacles, Queen of Swords reverse, okay? Your Divine Masculine is seeing you as cutting them out or being very cold towards them, or your energy is just not very open. For some of you guys, you could have cut this person off very harshly. For those of you who cut your Divine Masculine off very harshly, they're feeling out in the cold right now. They're really feeling this abandonment. And this is they're going through their own sort of tower moment. Okay, so I feel like they're still kind of cleaning up that energy in terms of like their own life and dealing with the destruction that has been caused by this feeling of abandonment. But I do see that they want to bring some sort of balance or justice and have this Two of Cups, because they are feeling this devotion, but it's just they're not acting on it, okay? So we'll take a look at the Divine Feminine and see what's going on for those that this resonated with. So let's see. All right. Sorry guys, my throat has been so sore lately. I've been doing so many general readings, so many personal readings. My throat is starting to give out. Okay, so let's take a look here and see what is going on with the Divine Feminine at this time. What is going on with the Divine Feminine? Let's take a look. What is going on with the Divine Feminine? We have Reinvention. We have Balancing the Scales coming through again. We have Release. And we have Fresh Start. Okay, so interesting. The Divine Feminine is kind of coming through in this new wave of energy is what I'm getting, okay? The Reinvention card, Divine Feminines are actually reinventing themselves, making some changes, whether this is outwardly or inward. There's a lot of shifts going on for the Divine Feminines, like kind of I'm not sure if you guys are doing a lot of inner changes, okay? Some of you guys are, some of you guys it could be physical changes going on, but ultimately you're coming into balance after releasing something. So for you guys, you could be letting go of things from your past. If you notice there's a little child here, for some of you guys, you could be letting go of all of the things that you've been holding on to, which is allowing for this sort of new fresh start, okay? So let's take a look and see. What are the Divine Feminine's feelings towards the Divine Masculine? What are the Divine Feminine's feelings towards the Divine Masculine? Let's take a look. See, yeah, I'm seeing the Divine Feminine as coming through very independent. Like, even if you notice here, the Reinvention card and the Nine of Pentacles, very similar energy. The Nine of Pentacles is someone who's very stable on their own. They can take care of themselves, just very independent and very good on their own. The Nine of Pentacles is someone who is just, they're happy with where they're at in life and they can take care of themselves essentially. So the feminines could be feeling really independent right now, okay? We have the King of Wands coming through in reverse. How are the Divine Feminines feeling about the Divine Masculines? We have the Star in reverse. So I'm getting here that the Divine Feminines are still seeing the Divine Masculine. Whoa, look at that. Yeah, so I feel like the feminines are aware that balance does need to be brought back into the situation and that there was some injustice here. And they are seeing the masculines as kind of, King of Wands reverse can be someone who's a bit controlling or manipulative, so I feel like they're still seeing that energy from the masculine. Let me see why the Nine of Pentacles is here. The Hermit reversed with the Knight of Pentacles. Why is the King of Wands here? The Five of Pentacles, yeah, okay. We're getting a lot of kind of mirroring energy. Why is the Star reversed? The Devil reversed, yeah, literally as I just said, mirroring energy. Injustice reversed. And the Three of Cups, okay. Bottom of the deck, we have the Eight of Swords in reverse. Yeah, so talk about release, okay? So at some point, the Divine Feminines were feeling really trapped in this situation, okay? Caught up, maybe even powerless, Eight of Swords. But they came out of this energy. Eight of Swords reversed is like releasing yourself, and right, we have this release card here. So I'm getting here that the Divine Feminines are feeling like the Divine Masculines were manipulative in the past, so there was some sort of manipulation or controlling energy that left them feeling abandoned out in the cold. So both of you guys actually felt this way, Five of Pentacles. But I'm getting here, it was a slow process for you to come into this independence, Nine of Pentacles. Okay, it might have took some time. It might have taken you getting out of some sort of cocooning stage. Like I feel like you went into like a cocoon stage, or you were kind of retreating for a while, and then the Knight of Pentacles, it took you some time, okay, to come into this Nine of Pentacles energy. But I'm seeing that the Divine Feminines are in this reinvention stage and making some changes. Now, the Divine Feminines also had some stuff to release. So remember how the Divine Masculine had the Devil reversed? So does the Divine Feminine. See how there's a mirroring energy there? Can you guys see? Oh, it's okay if you don't see the Hermit. I don't think it's fine. The Devil reversed with the Star reverse, and we have this right under release. So I'm going to clarify, but the Divine Feminines are releasing something as well. Let's see. Why is release here? Six of Wands in reverse. Okay, some of you guys, you're releasing anything related to like pride and ego. Let's see. The Two of Swords. Okay. So for a lot of you guys, yeah, I feel like, first of all, we also have the Star in reverse. So there's kind of an energy here where some of you guys were starting to lose hope because your fears were taking over. Like the Devil energy, your fears were taking over whatever you could have been addicted to, whether this was towards the Divine Masculine or something else. Okay, breaking free of that, which is mirroring the energy of the Divine Masculine breaking free. But then with the Six of Wands in reverse, I do feel like this is releasing anything related to pride and ego, especially if there were some issues in the past where your ego or your pride flared up. I feel like you're releasing that, but you're also releasing this stagnant energy. If you were kind of in this waiting, Two of Swords, unsure of what was going to happen energy, I feel like you're releasing that. I am getting here that Divine Feminine is open to a fresh start. However, there is a feeling of injustice related to a third party. Okay, so the Divine Feminine is feeling like there was something that was unfair related to a third party situation. So whether this is about another person, third parties don't have to be people. They can be addictions, they can be work, they can be anything that's kind of in the way. But I'm getting here that Divine Feminines are aware of that and that they are feeling like there was an injustice here. Okay. Let's see, let me clarify the balancing the scales, because we have this coming through a lot. I do feel like the Feminine is aware that there was a lack of balance, and the Divine Masculine is aware that he needs to like restore balance. Why is this coming through? The Empress, exactly. So I'm really getting that the Divine Feminine is in her energy right now. It's almost like she's bringing balance to herself, which naturally brings balance back into the connection. Because we have the Nine of Pentacles and the Empress, which is actually quite nice, guys, especially with the Reinvention card. So I'm getting that the Divine Feminines are really just stepping into their power. Okay, they're really in their energy right now, which is great. Okay, so let's see what your messages are. Let's see what your messages are to the Divine Masculine. All right, so we have so many songs remind me of you. So for some of you guys, songs could come on or music can come on, and it does remind you of the Divine Masculine, okay? So we have No One Makes Me Feel Like You Do. I'm sorry for lying to you, and your smile makes me melt. Okay, so this is how you guys are feeling. So you guys are both kind of in this energy of feeling like, you know, you haven't been able to find this feeling elsewhere with the No One Makes Me Feel Like You Do. But let's take a look at this. I'm sorry for lying to you. What were the Divine Feminines lying about? Why is this coming through? I'm sorry for lying to you. Nine of Wands in reverse. Ace of Wands. Some of you guys, you lied about giving up. You lied to them about giving up. Because I'm seeing fresh start here, and then I'm seeing the Ace of Wands here. So some of you guys, you might have lied about wanting a new beginning. Okay, you might have, so what I'm getting is that you're open to a new beginning, or you want a new beginning with the Divine Masculine, because we have the fresh start and the Ace of Wands. But you might have lied about giving up on this. Okay, take that how it resonates. I'm just gonna pull the other deck to get some advice for you when it comes to this connection, okay? All right, let's see. Okay, sorry, I normally have the decks ready, but I did it this morning. Okay, so let's take a look and see. So what is the advice for you when it comes to this connection? What is the advice for you? I was only planning for this to be like a 10-minute reading, but it's gonna be over 20. All right, let's take a look and see what is the advice for the Divine Feminine Spirit when it comes to their Divine Masculine. All right, so we have by the book. Interesting. The number 11, so let's take a look. So it says, getting along with others entails understanding and respecting who they have become as a result of their environment, culture, and experience. Find the middle ground that allows the relationship to flourish while honoring the individuality of the other person. Play things by the book instead of trying to break the rules or pressure others to conform to the way you want to do them. Your connection will deepen as a result. Okay, so the message here, for those of you who are in contact with your Divine Masculine and who are working on the connection, I feel like Spirit's message for you is to try not to pressure the Divine Masculine to change to fit the way you want them to be. I know a lot of Divine Feminines have that tendency, like they want to just kind of mold the Divine Masculine into exactly how they want them to be so that they can feel a certain way. But this definitely puts pressure on the connection. And also too, just in general, like with any relationship, whether it's a Divine Masculine or just anyone, you know, you don't want to put that kind of pressure onto someone to be a certain way. It's really important to accept them and also realize that they have a different upbringing, they have different experiences. Their view on life is going to be completely different than yours. And the relationship will flourish most when you're able to take those differences and work with them and, you know, I'll just allow things to kind of flow naturally. You have your ideas, they have their ideas, and you come together and you blend them. Instead of trying to make that person form into how you want them to be, because it does cause a lot of pressure, okay? For those of you who are not in contact with your Divine Masculine, I'm getting here that this is sort of a lesson that you could be learning, as to not put that pressure onto trying to change. I'm getting here like a huge message about full acceptance of the Divine Masculine and realizing that you know, obviously the Divine Masculine is a part of you, but they aren't, and they share that soul, but they don't share the same personality traits. So if you're trying to make the Divine Masculine be exactly who you want them to be, you're always going to feel let down, essentially. Sorry guys, my throat is like really bad right now. But you're always going to feel let down, and it's just going to cause more tension. Okay, it's going to cause more tension than anything. So Spirit is really wanting you to kind of let go of that energy and sort of, again, find that middle ground as to, and this is why I think the self-love course that I created is so important, because I do talk about the difference between that codependent and the interdependent relationship, right? You know, the codependent relationship is like you and the person create this sort of one mold of a relationship. And then the interdependent relationship is like you have your own set of values, morals, beliefs, your whole life. You have your own thing. They have their own set of morals, values, beliefs, everything. And then the relationship, the connection in itself is something completely different that you share together. It's not all blended into one, which I think is so common in this 3D world, that relationships look like that. There needs to be that separateness, and you guys have your own thing, and then you share the relationship aspect, but you guys don't mold into each other. So I feel like what the Divine Feminine is learning is breaking free of the 3D paradigms that this world has shown us as to what a relationship looks like, and actually seeing what a truly loving relationship looks like, okay? So some of you guys, you're further down the line than others. If you notice, like these elephants, there's like a small one all the way to a large one. Oh, sorry, you guys can see that. There's like a small one. So I feel like all of you guys on the journey are in different phases. So some of you guys you've grown a lot, you've matured a lot. Some of you guys are at the early stage, right? So it's different for everyone. But that's what I have for you guys. So I do hope that this reading was helpful. Again, if you wanted to book something personal, my information is down below. But I'm sending you absolute love and light, and I wish you all of the best on your journey. Take care.